Hey beauties, it's Court. Welcome to my first full face tutorial. I am so excited about this. I recently bought the Anastasia Self-Made palette and I wanted to take pictures of it for Instagram and I didn't want to use it. So I was like, hey, let's dip into my World Traveler palette because I hadn't used that in a while, and I was really happy with the look I came up with. It was a really quick look. It was super easy, wonderful for every day, and I really hope you guys enjoy. All the face makeup that I'm using in this tutorial is all drugstore. So the only thing that is high-end is the Anastasia palette, and even that is a great priced palette. I mean, you get 12 eyeshadows in here. They're all absolutely gorgeous, and these palettes are only $35, which I think is a steal for such a great quality palette that does have so many beautiful shades in it. But everything else is absolutely drugstore. I really hope you guys like this, and I really hope it's not too long. And if you would like to see how I got the look that I have on my cute little face, keep your cute little ass right where it's at.
Never been barefaced this close to the camera before. Dun, dun, dun. So I did already do my brows. I didn't do them how I normally do them. I usually use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duos. I use the one in Auburn because I have red in my hair. I got this in my Ipsy or my Birchbox. I don't remember which one. This is by B Brow Bar. I think that's what it's called, but it is pretty much just a brow pencil, and I'm not usually a fan of these. Oh my god, this thing is amazing. I used it to fill in my brows before I went to the grocery store around 4 o'clock, maybe even 3 o'clock this afternoon. It is now 2 in the morning, and it has not faded at all. Like, it still looks amazing. So I just want to tell you what I used on my brows real quick before we jump into everything else.
I already moisturized. I used this Tucker Ashley Perfecting Moisturizer. I got this in my Ipsy. Yeah, my Ipsy. And I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It's just kind of like a regular moisturizer. So this is going to be an all drugstore face tutorial. Like I said, the eyes are the only thing that I'm going to use the... There's like fuzzies in here. Use the higher end products on, which is my, obviously, Anastasia World Traveler palette. So I'm going to start off by priming my face with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. I love this primer. It is so good for a nice luminous finish. I'm just going to take one pump on my finger. Look at that. It gets a lot less intense. I don't know why I did it with my left hand because I'm right-handed. It gets a lot less intense after you add your foundation, obviously. Alright, so after my primer, I'm going to go ahead and use this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the orange correcting shade just to take care of my bags. This is like the routine that I do pretty much every single day.
Eye boogers. Yeah, what do you guys call them? Do you call them eye boogers? I call them eye boogers because I think it's funny. I didn't like that. Do it again. Do it again.
The foundation that I'm going to use is this Bourjois Healthy Mix. It's got all kinds of good stuff in it, and it's just a really good drugstore foundation. I get mine off of eBay because this is a UK fucking glitter. This is a UK and Canadian brand, so you can't get it in the States unless you order it online, but it's $15 with shipping included, so I definitely include it in my drugstore category. This has been one of my absolute favorite foundations for a while now, and so I just put like a pump and a half on the back of my hand right there on top of all these swatches. My hand is such a fucking mess, but it's alright because I just put it on top of highlighter, so if anything, it'll just make it a little more luminous. I have this foundation brush. It doesn't have a name or anything, but it's just a dense flat top kabuki. Normally, I don't really like to use brushes for my foundation. I am a beauty blender girl, ride or die. This foundation smells so good. But I got this one off of Facebook, actually. It was really weird. There was this company on there that was doing this promo, and this is supposed to be like a Sakura brush, and it's supposed to have like 22,000 bristles in it and be like this amazing life-changing foundation brush. It's not all that. It's decent, but it's not like life-changing or anything, but I've been liking it. I just wanted to do a full I wanted to do a full face tutorial because I've never showed you guys like what my routine is when I do my makeup. You guys, you know, a lot of people have always asked like for me to do full face, and it's hard because, you know, it is 2 o'clock in the morning right now, so I am doing a full face of makeup basically to just take it off and go to bed. And I'm going to take a little bit more just to kind of build up the coverage a tiny bit, just like another half a pump. So pretty much like 2 pumps all together.
Always, always, always drag your foundation down onto your neck. Always, at least a little bit. At least like just a little bit past your jawline, because nothing bugs me more than a foundation mask. Especially like, I hate it when I see girls that have like a flawless face of makeup, like their makeup looks amazing, their eye makeup is absolutely perfectly incredible, and then they turn to the side and it's like their face belongs on a different body. So at least if you pull it down a little bit, it helps blend it into your neck.
Maybelline Better Skin has been like my favorite concealer lately. It is fucking amazing. So I'm gonna use my Black Beauty Blender. It's kind of a little like, it's got a little chunk taken out of the bottom right there. I'm gonna put this under my eyes and various other places. You'll see. It's almost empty. I gotta get some more. So before I blend that in, I'm just going to take the brush and the powder that I'm going to set my under eyes with and get them prepped and ready. So the second I finish blending out the concealer under my eyes, I can immediately set it. I have terrible creasing under my eyes, so I have to set it immediately. And I'm actually going to use my Ben Nye Cameo powder. This is a little sample size that I get off eBay. I'm going to use the Morphe M438. So I'm just going to tap a little bit of this into the lid, dip my brush in it, and let it set right there just so I can grab it and set my under eyes right away. So when you see me do that, you'll know what I'm doing. I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take my NYX Wanderlust palette. This is a NYX to go or on the go palette, and I'm going to use this bronzer right here, and I'm also going to use this highlighter, and then I'll show you the blush. I'm going to use my Real Techniques. This is the Duo Fiber Face Brush, and this is what I'm going to use to bronze with. I love this brush for bronzing. Apparently we're going hard with the contour tonight. It's just hard in this lighting. Like, I feel like I have to build everything up a little bit more because this lighting kind of washes everything out, since I don't have any like background lighting to make everything as bright as it is right here, you know what I mean? So I feel like I kind of have to build everything up a little bit more than usual so you guys can really see it. I got this brush in a set of 4. This is an Up and Up brush from Target, and it is amazing. It's a dupe for the Anastasia number 23 highlighting brush. Like I said, I'm just going to use the highlighter from this palette right here. This is a really good little palette, this NYX To Go Wanderlust palette. It's really nice. It's got really nice quality eyeshadows in it. The bronzer I actually use, I prefer it sometimes, well actually a lot of times, over my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, because the Chocolate Soleil is so expensive, and this whole palette is $17, this NYX one, and it comes with 6 eyeshadows, a highlight, a bronzer, and a blush. And I don't like the blush. It's like a super peach blush, and I don't wear peach blush, but it's a really good palette. You guys should definitely check it out. Look at the highlight though. Isn't it really nice, the highlight in this palette? I love it. I can't ever use a brush to highlight the tip of my nose because the second I do, it wipes away any product that's on it, no matter what kind of brush it is. So the blush that I'm gonna use, if you watch my favorites, you know that I've been obsessed with this nude Maybelline Face Studio highlighting blush. I really love this. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the tip of my Morphe E3, which I love. And I'm just going to put, you know, I'm going to build it up a little bit more in the back at first, and then I'm going to bring it towards my apples of my cheeks. Sometimes I can't wear it with certain foundations though, because if I put it on the apples of my cheeks, since it is also a highlighting blush, it really accentuates my pores, but it doesn't do it too bad with this this foundation, this Bourjois foundation. Without the kids running around underneath my feet always asking me for something every 5 minutes, I'm actually rolling through this a lot quicker than I do on a day-to-day basis, so that's pretty awesome.
Salvatore Slim Jim! Ooh, I fucking love Slim Jims. They're so good. They're so weird.
So after I do my blush, bronzer, and highlight, I like to just go in with this big old powder brush from Real Techniques and just blend everything out just to make sure there's no harshness anywhere, and, you know, like on my forehead. And then over here. I forgot to bronze under my jaw. I usually always do that. You just kind of like look. I just usually do it where the natural shadow hits, just to make sure that my face is kind of matching my neck. Now onto the eyeballs. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes. I'm going to use this NYX eyeshadow base. This is in shade 02. This is the white one that has a little bit of shimmer in it. I really love this. I want the regular white one though too, for when I want looks without shimmer. I have nails, so I kind of just like dig into it like this and get it on the back of my nail here. So I'm going to put this from the lash line up to the brow. The only thing about the World Traveler palette that I dislike is it is missing a good highlight shade. Whether you like a matte highlight or a shimmer highlight, it is not included in this palette at all. I mean, they have that soft peach color, and maybe if you have a deeper skin tone, this could be used as a highlight, but on my pasty face, we're actually going to use this as our transition color, and wait till you see how dark this color shows up on my skin. So what I'm going to use is the highlighter from the Wanderlust palette as my brow bone and my inner corner highlight, and then that way we also have this cool matchy thing going on with the rest of our face, and it all kind of blends together nicely. I think this is the only product in this entire tutorial, aside from the eyeshadow palette, that is not Drugstore. This is an IT Cosmetics brush. This is the Precision Smudger number 124, and it's just like a little, I like it. It's so cute. I like to use it for highlighting my inner corner. You'll see it fits like perfectly in there. All right, since we're doing eyes, I figured I'd come up here to this super flattering angle so you can see my eyes a little bit better. Then I'm just going to take this dense pencil brush. It doesn't have a name or anything. It's just a super dense and super soft pencil brush, and I'm just going to do under my brow. I'm bringing it down a little bit further just to make sure it blends well with the transition shade. All right, so now that I got the highlighting done, I am going to dip into the palette. This is going to be the quickest part of the tutorial. This is meant to be a speedy little everyday look. So I'm going to take this new brush I just got from Morphe. It's the E27. I am so excited about this brush. I'm going to go into Soft Peach, and I'm going to use this as kind of a transition shade. I am going to bring it down on a little bit just to kind of help set the primer, because you can see any type of base that I use, they all do this. They all crease in my lid a little bit until I set them. So I do bring my transition shade down a little bit as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Oh my god, I can't even stand how much I love this brush. So the next thing I'm going to do is my lid shade, and for my lid shade, I'm going to use one of my favorite shades in the entire palette, and that would be this one right here. This is Pink Champagne, and it is gorgeous. I usually don't wear colors like this all over my lid. I don't know why. I just usually gravitate more towards bronze and gold lid shades, but this is so freaking pretty. I've been into wearing more lighter shades on my lids lately, and this one is just stunning. And this is a shade that'll look good with any eye color. I feel like it would look especially beautiful with blue eyes, but I am extremely confident that it would look good all over the lid of any beauty's eyeball. So I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. All over, all the way to the outside, and then kind of use this brush to blend it in a little bit with your highlight shade. Just kind of do this. Just do this in the middle. I'm gonna pack this one there because I really love this shade, so I want it to be very, very prominent. I want it to be the star of the look. Isn't that gorgeous? That's so pretty. So the last step we're going to do is the crease shade, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Morocco, and I'm going to use the Duo Fiber Eye Brush from the Real Techniques Duo Fiber set. This brush is amazing for this step because it's really hard to pick up too much product, because you just want to dip it in just a little bit. You just want to get a little bit right on the tippy tip there, and then tap it off. For this look, all this is doing is giving the eye a little bit of definition and just making it a tiny bit deeper. So I want it to be a little bit deeper on the outer corner of the crease. So I'm just gonna add a little bit here, and I'm gonna wipe my brush off. And then I'm just gonna use little circles to kind of blend this into the inner part of the crease, kind of like I'm not bringing this all the way in like I normally do. I'm just bringing it about half of the way and just making sure to blend it. Like I said, again, you don't want there to be any definitive lines between shades in your eyeshadow. I'm also not, I know this is going to shock you if you've watched my other tutorials, I'm not going to bring this shade down onto the outer portion of my lid. This is just going to be the crease shade. I think that looks good. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So once you got it even and blended, blend it out pretty nicely. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe MB23, which is just a really big fluffy, I think it's a duo fiber brush. So I'm just gonna take this and just blend out pretty much basically right where the transition shade is, it's big enough to blend the transition shade into the highlight, as well as blend the crease shade into the transition. So if you just blend where the transition shade is, it should blend all three colors together nicely. So that was not the last thing. I'm actually gonna go back in with my pink champagne shade again and just add some more onto the outer portion of the lid, because like I said, I don't want the outer portion to be any deeper. I want the pink champagne to really be the spotlight of the look. So I want it to be prominent all the way across the lid. So that way when you turn your head to any direction, it is the first shadow that you see, and it takes all of the light and all of the attention, because it is just way too beautiful to not give it the spotlight. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over. You don't have to do this step. I have deep set eyes, so I literally cannot put a crease shade into the crease of my eye without it getting on my lid. So this is kind of a necessary step for me if I don't want to make the outer portion of my eyes deeper. But like I said, if you don't really have deep set eyes, then it's not a step that's necessary for everybody. Now, obviously, you can go in with a liner, you know, do your little wing. You can smudge some colors on your lower lash line. I recommend doing Morocco if you want to smudge something on your lower lash line. But I wanted this to be an everyday, very kind of soft look with a little pop of shimmer. Well, not a little pop of shimmer. These lids is sparkling. But I don't usually wear eyeliner, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara. I'm just going to breeze through it real quick, and then I will be back to show you what kind of lipstick I'm going to pair with the look. Alright, so I definitely went with more of a natural look with my eyelashes to kind of pair with the neutral eye type of look. The lipstick that I'm going to be using is the Nude Nuance from Maybelline, the Color Sensational Matte line. I talked about this in my top 5 favorite affordable fall lipsticks video. I'll link that down below if you are interested in it. But I just think this pairs really, really nicely with the look. I love this lipstick. And there you have it. There's the finished look. See you in a second. So beauties, that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed. Everything that I used will be listed down in the description box in the order that it was used in. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section and let me know if there are any tutorials that you would like to see next. Hey, I hope this video wasn't too long. It's a learning process trying to figure out how to speed through doing a full face of makeup. I promise I will get better at it, and eventually we will just be able to breeze through these kinds of tutorials. I love you guys so damn much. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Stick around for the bloopers because I was kind of stupid tonight. So you might enjoy them. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.
Just do it. This is so stupid. I hate outros. I hate them. They make me so, they give me so much anxiety. I can't stand them. Is my camera crooked? I feel like my camera's crooked. It's gonna really bug me if it is. Nah. An apple, or is it an Eve apple since I'm a woman? Ba-dum. I have this one fucking eyebrow hair, and it keeps just going ping and sticking straight the fuck up. It's driving me insane. I wish I had some tweezers because I would kill it dead. I wish I had a little tiny tongue so I can make out with it. You're weird, Courtney. You're weird. The lipstick, the lips thing. Yeah. I will cut you, hair. Oh wait, I already did. This is why you don't film tutorials at 2 a.m. because you make an ass out of yourself. You're an ass, I'm an ass, we're all a big old ass.